Hello everybody, welcome to Yoxiyo teaching. Today we'll be going over the tier 1 deck online, mid-range swordcraft, and this is the deck build. Yeah, you're not looking at the wrong thing. This deck does have 10 legendaries. It costs almost 40,000 vials to create if you don't have the cards. So let's start with Quick Blader. 1/1 Storm, standard because swords are famous for pushing. This card is very good as long as you combo with something a three drop with like commander, for example, Fencer and Pompous Princess. She'll go to 4 attack, or she'll buff attack with a commander and can push for more for early game. This card is a great taunt, especially for early game when faced against another swordcraft. For example, you're going first, and you have this card in your hand, your opponent plays Quick Blader, you can block it right away. Save damage and control the board. May Leader is one of the best cards on 2 mana. 2 mana 1/1, a Surge. A Surge is like almost always good in the deck. Plus commander in this deck are really high quality. Fencer. Of course, this is a very good card because this is technically 3 mana 33 with one of the +1/+1 being Storm. So this can almost be like a 3.5 for 3 mana. And it's a commander too, so you can get off some commander buffs. Novice Trooper. This card is very good on 3, although it's a 2/2 Storm. Since this card is 3 and a lot of buff cards are 7, for example Gabriel, you can get a lot of combo of it. For example, if your opponent is at 8 and you have evolution point at turn 10, this card with Gabriel and evolve will finish your opponent off. Almost Princess. Princess is definitely a very good card, especially in this deck, because the only 1 drop this deck runs is Quick Blader, which whenever you summon this card, you get a 1 attack charge, 1 attack storm. And here it goes, White General. Same as Fencer, an excellent commander which give your officer 2 attacks. It's pretty much a 4 mana 5/3 with 2 of the attack being stormed. A very good card, and normally evolve on 4 it'll be a 5/5. And it's hard to remove too. Here you go, one of our MVP for Swords deck, Flow Fencer. Summon Knight and Skeleton Knight with Evolve is actually very devastating for people who don't have an answer. For example, you play this card, remove your opponent, and you have a 1/1, a 2/2, and a body on the board. Normally they'll evolve and get rid of the body, but 1/1, 2/2 is an advantage. If you sum up all the stats on this card is actually a 7/8 when it's evolved. Especially but if it's on different body, you give player more of a variation and play. So this card is definitely required and it's very good. Aurelia, a Regal Saber. This card's ward and fanfares are just too good. If normally Swordcraft player will play it either on turn 5 or when your opponent have 3 or more followers in play. Get 3 or more, it's resistant to target enemy effects pretty much. But it doesn't, like for example Homecoming will definitely bring this card back. That's the only problem, but then this card is very strong itself. People normally need to use evolution point with this. This is definitely a better trade-off of evolution. Sage Commander, +1/1 to ally follower. This card is very good. It's good with his stats. For example, if 1 on the board, 1 follower on the board, summon this card technically becomes 5/7, and 6 mana 5/7 does justify its value. If you have like, for example, 3 or 4, this card is amazing. And Not to forget, most of the time those +1/+1 are charged, which give it more value. Great for pushing though. See Queen Otohime combo well with Sage Commander because party cards are 1/2 and people normally too busy on defending Otohime. So this is definitely a very good card. And by the way, this card is actually the perfect card to bait out, such as Demon's Decree, Revelation, but not a very good card to bait out John Dark though. John Dark will definitely wreck this card, so be careful, and Fafnir too. Tsubaki is also one of the very strong cards in this deck that eliminate big threat while proposing a really huge threat. Killing a 5 attack with 4/3 is amazing. Plus it's ambush, so your opponent cannot target. So if your opponent doesn't have taunt, get this on the board, almost guarantee you get 6 damage into it. If you have a Gabriel, you can almost lethal from 10. And there you go, bring to our last 2 legendary. Gabriel. Gabriel is technically a 7/7 with partially +4/+3 being charged. This is a very good card because you put on something that definitely you use Gabriel on a forward that definitely can attack or defend, and you evoke Gabriel for the push if you need to. This is a big finisher in this deck, and most of the time this card surprises people. And here's the last card, Front Guard General. Front Guard General is the ultimate taunt, ultimate ward, because Fortress Guard also have ward. Unless this card is banished, this card can provide enough defense for 1 turn against like fairies or something if they don't pop this card back to your hand. So this is a required card, very good card. And now let's look at some cards that can potentially be into this mid-range deck. And let's start. Let's start with gold. So for gold, Stratagem is definitely a good card in this deck because drawing cards are normally good for swords because swords tend to run out of steam pretty quickly. Awada's command is also good because evolving the pirates, which have to ward, and attacking with the Viking at the same time grants a player a lot of advantage. And normally this can be a lethal card for opponent. Charlotte is also a very good card to finish because 4 damage face. Normally 4 damage like 4 to 6 or something like that, are very threatening to your opponent since Sword have so much push face ability. So this card can definitely be in the deck. So more cards. This card can be summoned through Promised Princess. It's definitely a playable card. Arthurian's Knight? Yeah, this one will work because you get a Knight, get a Storm. It's very good for push phase because you don't need to use any sort of like evolution point or anything, and you can do damage directly. And that's it. That is the possible substitution card for this deck. And we'll jump into battle. Let's see our starting hand. Oh, it's a fort. It's dragon. Dragon's good at ramping. So let's see. Dragons are good at ramping, but we're going second. Quick Blader is definitely good. Veteran Lancer is good. That make Novice Trooper worse situations. Let's make a worse card, though it's a perfect curve. I'll take Novice Trooper out. get a Vanguard Journal is actually okay, because we do have 2 or 3 more cards to draw in. We do have 2 or 3 more chances to draw into a good 2 drop. 2, 3, and 4 drops. There we go. Phase 1. Now I didn't play anything, so first soldier will be a better card to play. Because if your opponent have something, they'll definitely want to kill the 1/1 first. So, since he doesn't have anybody on the board, a taunt is not necessary. Dragon Knight's down. Yeah, we have a fencer. And yeah, make sure the Dragon Knight does not one-shot our first soldier. And that puts my opponent to 13, which is very good. Alright. White Journal is gonna buff and then evolve to kill the 4/3. That'll give us enough advantage in the late game. And then we evolve this. And phase and should be down to 7. Now I just need to draw Gabriel or something and a charge, and we'll be able to finish her off on turn 7, turn 8. I'm not gonna be a super not super optimistic about it, but ooh, there you go, we have one. I'm not gonna use Quick Blade here because it's not good timing. Next turn, Stage Commander, and then Vanguard General, and see what we draw from those few cards. Few turns. Saloon's a very good card. Yep, you have to remove the body for these 2 grinding. Let's see if we get our Tsubaki. Nope, Sage Commander still works. I am 1 evolution point ahead of him, and that makes me in a pretty good situation because with 1 evolution remain, her health is technically 5 now, because evolution gain plus 2. Well played on opponent, 2 damage. So I'm going to get a taunt. This can be a Satan. Nice job, Tsubaki, showing the right time. Next turn will probably still be another Vanguard General. Alright, that's a perfect target for Tsubaki, too bad. So we got another charge. Still the same thing. Less greed, more return. I think he'll summon something big, and that'll use Tsubaki for it. Yep, Genesis Dragon expected. Tsubaki is definitely a good card, and Novice Trooper will be good at this situation to get rid of the taunt. Because next turn will be Quick Blader Novice Trooper with Sage Commander. And that makes it perfect 10 mana. Another Genesis. So that is definitely game, but you know what? BM for the win. Well, Tsubaki deserves the right to finish this. Yep, there you go. Alright. And we face a sword this time. And we're going first. That's a disadvantage. Let's see, going first. Gabriel's definitely no. First soldier, veteran lancer is good. If we get quick blader first turn, veteran is definitely good. If not, first soldier. And I'll consider this hand being pretty bad, because I will need other cards. Yay, quick blader. If I don't have it, it's about the same. Nothing will change much. Thank you for not playing anything. First soldier, go! Quick blader, go! Alright, that's my opponent's first soldier. At this point of time, a veteran lancer will actually be better because the most she can do is to buff it by fencer, and my 1/1 quick blader is a very good trade to that. Nope, Ascentic Knight. And she traded. Pretty good. It almost makes me want to play the fencer and trade both in. I don't think that's the right play. Maybe the first, and then first soldier. We'll still push for the face. The turn 5 will be a merely a fencer and you off, or if I'm lucky enough, I'll get Aurelia and you off. On this one, I normally expect my opponent to use Flow Fencer, and then 1/2 will hit. Oh, looks like she doesn't have it. Good job killing that, and good job killing that. And evolve, I'm pretty sure she's gonna kill the 2/2, because that's definitely the correct play. And the correct play here for me is from this. Alright, trade, because this is deemed to be a necessary trade. Swap. Next turn will be Sequin Otohime. So I hope she puts something up to defend it, or it'll be very hard for her to defend it. And of course, if not, if in normal situation, I will not use my last evolution point when I use like turn 6 Sequin Otohime. But on this kind of board, I will not use it. This can be a tough call. Demonic Strike. Just give him a wow. Otohime, go! Wow. Next turn will be Sage Commander if he doesn't clear the board. The double Angelic Snipe will work. Okay, I see which one he's gonna evolve. Definitely this one. Okay, and +1/+0 for all ally followers. That's surprising for him to hit face for that one. So let's count damage. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 10, and this is lethal. He should have traded, because that is a perfect trade for Mo.